everybody, I'm USA Today bestselling author Hildie McQueen, and I write medieval Highlander romance. So, I am so excited to start preparing my writing planner for 2024, and this year I'm switching from using more of a daily format to a weekly format and month overview. I plan to keep everything in this one planner when it comes to writing. It'll help me kind of keep track of things a little bit better. And right now I'm just showing you the cover, that it's so pretty. And also right here where it says planner practice, I'm going to cover that up and do a vision board. I might film it. Trying to decide if I am or not. We'll see. Because I haven't quite decided what I'm putting on the vision board yet. I have an idea, but we'll see. I've done vision boards before, and then I make them, finish them, and never look at them again. So we'll see how I do with this one. I just kind of like to cover up that stuff they have in the very front of the planner because it's not useful to me, and I think it would look better covered up. So I don't really want to open up my planner and have something generic. I'd rather have something more personal. So that's why I'm going to put a vision board in the front of it. I did the same thing with my Hobonichi. I put a vision board. I've looked at it quite a bit actually over the years. So yeah, maybe I will be glancing back at this one. The Passion Planner is not a new to me planner. I looked on my shelf and I have three. So I've used them in years before. And once I started using the Hobonichi, I stopped using this. But I noticed that with my Hobonichi, it's kind of a catch-all where I put personal and work-related stuff. And it kind of gets muddled because I also use stickers, where with this planner, I will not be using any stickers. I will use washi to cover up the black line. That's the one thing I wish that Passion Planner would do away with. Instead of having that black line, I wish they would just make it, maybe even the darker gray above it would be so much better than the ugly black. Okay, so I'm using this washi that is from a sticker shop that does stationery, like muted tones. I don't remember the name of it, but I had gotten I had won a door prize at an event, and I got her, what do you call it? I think it's Tailor Made Creations, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I got a gift card from her, and I got some washi tapes as she was the sponsor of the table I sat at as well. So yeah, the stuff is really pretty. So I cover that up, and then I end up covering the sides up too, but I'll do that, probably do that later over on the side where it says, what does it say over there? It says, people to see, places to go, things to learn. And I mean, those prompts are good, but really that's not what I want in my work planner. So I do change that a little bit to I don't change it. I cover it up. I cover it up with the same washi. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it's a really pretty green with some books and book quotes on it. So it's perfect. And I decide that this washi is going to be my washi for the month of January. I also like it because it's dark and I don't have to black out. I don't have to white out the dark lines. I don't know if there's anybody alive that likes those dark lines, honestly. I don't know, maybe. I guess if you're a black and white person that likes stark, you would enjoy it, but not my thing at all. So, let's see. My first thing that I put on the side is my January promo. And what these are the books that I will be promoting for the entire month. And the first thing I have on there is Eric, which is the first of a trilogy. And I'm going to price it down to 99 cents. And then I will be promoting it for the entire month of January. I will be making graphics for it. Well, for both of those books, I'll be making graphics and prompts and some kind of, things that will promote promote the books and also interact with readers. So I'm going to be doing that with Eric, and also A Rogue to Cherish, which is the third book in the Rogues of the Lowlands, which releases in a couple days. No, next week. It releases next week. So because it's a new release, I will be promoting that for the month of January. And then I'll talk a little bit more about promotions on when I get to filling out the month. Also, I put on there check ads, and I did add that I will be checking my Facebook ads for their ad spend and how they are performing. And I check that at least twice a month, and then sometimes I'll go in there and check another time. So what I'll do is that's why I put it on the side as a reminder that maybe, when I'm staring at this monthly calendar, which I will be flipping back and forth between the week whatever week I'm currently on, and the monthly, just to do a constant check of what needs to be done. And so on the side, whatever's on the side are things to check regularly, and then on each day is my main focus for each day. The weekly part is where I will write down like royalties. I will write down specifics of if I have Zoom meetings or any other things going on, notes, that goes in the weekly. Here in the monthly is just an overview of my month, so that when I look at it, I know it makes me less stressed out, because sometimes if I look at the weekly and I see a long list of things to do, I don't focus on, I focus on the big picture too much, and then that makes me procrastinate. Where here I can break it down to daily goals, and looking at the monthly overview actually calms me down, because it's like, okay, it's not that bad. I can look at each little square and see, okay, this is what I have to do today. Just focus on that, and the rest of the stuff is fluff. So yeah. All right, so checking ads twice a month for sure, and then probably in between there someday I will check my ads for ad spend. Right now I'm just doing one ad for The Wolf, which releases in February, and I'm trying to just test the ad to see how it's working. I'm not that good at Facebook ads, but sometimes they work for me, other times they don't. Right now it seems to be working, because I noticed that I got been getting pretty higher number of pre-orders, so that's good. And that's my goal, is to get more pre-orders for the book. All right, so then I put on here the newsletter. My goal has always been to do two newsletters a month, and sometimes I do, but I'm not going to push it. For January, I'm putting down just one newsletter, and I usually do that in the middle of the month. Unless I have a release, then like in February, I have a release around the 27th, so I'll probably do middle of the month newsletter, and then on the 27th, a newsletter that will be promoting just the new release. If you look at the top of, right under January, you'll see where it says Highland Wallflower. That is a novella for a project, a group author group project. And it's going to be 30,000 words. So I broke that down to 15 days, 2,000 words a day. I know that I will not be, what was I trying to say? I know that some days I'm probably going to write more than 2,000. 2,500 to 3,000 is doable for me, but I broke it down to 2,000, and what I'm going to aim for is more than that, so that I can finish it sooner, because I have another book to start writing in February. So in February I'm going on a retreat, and I want to write a different book. So this book, I have to get it done in January. And so breaking it down by the minimum, and I accomplish the minimum or go a little over, gives me a sense of accomplishment, and kind of pushes me to keep going. Where if I put 3,000 words a day for 10 days, and some days I don't do 3,000, it kind of does the opposite effect. That's how my brain works. Other people, it doesn't work that way. So I give myself a doable goal, and then if I go above the goal, it kind of makes me feel good. It gives me that, ooh, I accomplished this, let's keep going kind of thing. So that works for me. All right, so 3,000 words, 30,000 words, and then the last week of the month going into February will be rewrites. All right. The first week of the month I'm doing rewrites on another book, so that's why I don't have writing up there. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are my days that I go to reader groups for interaction. I try not to do promotions on those days. Sometimes I do if nothing else, but most of the time I go in there and do interactions, talk about my heroes, muses for my heroines, things that happened during medieval times, things like that, so that I can get interaction and have myself in front of readers. Especially my personal reader group, they pretty much already know what I'm writing and what's going on because I share that with them. So on Mondays and stuff like that, excuse me, I will share other things. I don't have any advice as to what to share because honestly kind of suck at it, but lots of times I go to Pinterest and get pictures from there, or I'll come up with questions that I want to share and then go from there. As usual, I didn't look in the viewfinder to make sure that you guys can see what I put down at the bottom, but in the bottom it says work projects, and I added rewrites on the wolf and proofs on the wolf, which is the book that I am currently doing rewrites on right now. I do have a new web developer, so I have to get updates to her. So I put that over on the side because I don't have a specific day to do that. I just know that I will be need to get updates to her. Hopefully, hopefully the first week of the month, but I don't know. Let's hope that I do it the first week of the month. That's my plan, but I don't know. I have a lot to do. So yeah, I'm gonna put it down on a specific day and hopefully start working on because my website needs a lot of updates because my web developer retired, plus I am a procrastinator and I kept putting it off, and yeah. Anyway, enough about my procrastination. Up here is the day that my edits are due to my manuscript is due to the editor. I hope to get it to her prior to that. Like I said, I'm working on the edits right now, which means that I have an entire week. So I'm thinking I'll probably have it to her before then, but just in case, it's right there as my deadline. And then I totally spaced out on the first week, so I'm going back to add the promo days and the reader group days. And like I said, I have to put this on every box because if I look on there and I see what day it is, then I can see what's in the box and what I need to accomplish. And I do a little check mark on the day as it progresses because it helps me to see that keep up with what day it is. Saturdays and Sundays I don't work unless I'm on deadline like today and I have to have something done and I don't have any other plans. Then I will write a little bit in the morning, but most of the time weekends are mine to do whatever I want because usually I've fallen behind in housekeeping and laundry. Well, I'll try to do laundry during the week while I'm writing, but other things like, tidying up or meal preps or things like that I like to do on Saturdays. I like to run out and go do stuff on my own. Sometimes with hubby, we want to take a drive somewhere or whatever. That's what Saturdays are for to me. So I try not to work on Saturdays unless, like I said, I'm in the mood to work, then I'll work. This Saturday is a working Saturday for me. Oh, yeah. So the washi that I used on the month is the washi that I will be using throughout the month. The washi I used in the monthly spread is the washi that I will be using every week for the month of January. And then I'll do a different washi for the month of February and on and so forth. This is about all the decorating that this planner gets. The rest of it is ink and... yeah, I don't think I use any other decor in this one. Mainly because I don't want it to distract from the tasks that I need to get done that day. So, and I cover this up because I hate that stripe, and I don't know why the phrase space of infinite possibility annoys me. So I cover that up. Yeah, so here on the first week of January, I decided to go ahead and show you guys how I would start off by setting up my week. And the first thing I do, oh yes, I said I don't use stickers, but I do use highlighters in this planner. So this is the mild liner, and I choose like a tan to highlight 7:30 in the morning on every day. I don't follow the times. I don't really follow the times. I do for some things. It's kind of odd to explain it, but I do like having the time stamp, but I don't necessarily adhere to it. Like in the morning, I want to use up all that space, and I don't normally get to my desk until about 8:30. So, yeah. So anyway, I don't even know why I'm saying all that, but just to explain how I use this planner, I suppose. So at 7:30 timestamps, I like it because I have the lines that goes across. I can line up my highlights. On the left side, I'm putting down what the emphasis of the week is, and in this case, it is to get the manuscript to the editor for my current work in progress. It's a book that releases end of February, so I'm kind of pushing it on this book. I've been procrastinating writing it. And then I'm also putting down, like I said, what the month's focus is, which is promotion of those two books. And then on the tan line, I am writing what I had in the monthly, so it's kind of a repeat. I can flip back and forth, but I have on here what days are reader group days and what days are promo days. As the days progress, I color in the little box where the date is, and that way it kind of makes me check off that day. So I kind of, because I work from home, lots of times I'm like, not sure what day of the week it is. Believe me, I know it's weird, but I don't. So I have different ways to track that. I have a sip of tea here as I'm trying to decide what color to use to highlight my writing time. Finally, I decided, you know what, go with the same color you used in the month. So in the month, I used this pale blue, and that's the same color I'm going to use to highlight my writing time during the week. So I write from 10 to 2, and I do take a lunch, maybe 10-15 minutes to eat my lunch. I really am not, unless sometimes I don't eat a lot while I'm writing because food makes me sleepy. So I will eat something after I finish writing, but for the most part, I just kind of snack little things throughout the time. Like I'll have peanut butter on toast, and then later on I might have like a nibble of some cheese or something sweet. I don't know. I don't eat like a meal for lunch unless it's Thursday, then we meet friends for lunch. But for other than that, normally, no, I don't eat lunch. So I highlighted from 10 to 2 because that will be my writing time. On that Wednesday, I have a hair appointment, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do my word count. And sometimes when I have a disruptive day, I will add that word count to the other days. Like if I'm on a roll, I'll keep going and hopefully get 3,000 words done on Monday or Tuesday or a combination, and then do the other 1,000 on Thursday and Friday or something like that, so that I still get my word count done. But just because I have a hair appointment doesn't excuse the fact that I have to get 2,000 words done that day. So if my appointment, I think it's like at 10, so I can come back and then write. So that's why I wrote placed the 2,000 word sticker lower on that day because of the hair appointment. I'm going back to see if there's anything else I need to add this week. So you see how I can flip back and forth with the month and know what has to be done. So I put the checkouts up there as the focus of the day. Once again, I'm checking to see if I missed anything, and I'm like, well, I put the editor to the thing. So the wolf to the editor on the side instead of on the Friday. So I feel like, yeah, this is pretty good. Hopefully I scoot it up a little bit so you guys can see what else I'm doing, but I have the novella that I'm going to write during the month of January, and I decided to put it down under the work to-do list space. And then right now what I'm doing is highlighting it in blue because it has to do with writing. Good Lord. I wish I would stay in frame. But, oh, there you go. Now you can see that I highlighted, and then I'm putting down there that Highland what can I say that word? Highland wallflower is going to be my focus for the week. And then I am writing in, I'm writing in that I have a hair appointment, and then I will be adding on the bottom website updates. So I have to tell you that this is day 12 of my 12 days of a very merry Hildie Christmas. And I have had so much fun doing these daily videos. I think I'm going to kind of miss doing daily videos when I go back to weeklies. So I don't know, maybe I'll be doing them more often. It's been a lot of fun. I really have enjoyed it. I wish you and yours a very, very beautiful holiday season, and surrounded by your friends and family, and God's richest blessings for the year ahead of abundance, happy moments, and good health. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will be coming back with more author-centric type videos in the future. I have plans. I am writing down things and ideas. So if you have any ideas or things that you would like to see more of, let me know. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.